My favorite part of Among Us. Waiting. Imposter. Okay. I've worked around 6 part-time jobs at this point, I think. I've worked at a chicken place, a movie theater, in a mall, a pet store. I feel like there's more and I'm just forgetting. But the point is my favorite of the part-time jobs I've worked was definitely the pet store. And I have quite a few stories from working there. Like, I swear I saved animal lives while working at a pet store. And I do consider myself an animal enthusiast, for the record. When in doubt, vote green. I started off as a cashier and then I moved over to pet care. Pet care was definitely my favorite. Don't get me wrong, I'm actually a people person. I'm an extrovert. I get energy from being around a lot of people, so I didn't mind being a cashier, honestly. I consider myself a pet enthusiast. Specifically, I really like rodents. Growing up, both of my parents had a crap ton of pet rats, and I've had mice, hamsters, guinea pigs. I haven't had a rat of my own, but I have plenty of pet stories. So when working at this pet store, I really like the small animal section, and I do a lot of research when it comes to small animals and such. So the biggest thing with working at a pet store is the customers you get. And no offense to fish people, but the people I usually had the biggest problem with were fish people. Fish are actually not easy pets to have. Like, they take effort. You have to clean their tank, you know, especially like if it's a goldfish. Those are the messiest fish. When in doubt, we vote green. Yeah, follow Ploopy. Oh, they never follow me. One time these 2 girls came in and they were telling me about their 2 koi fish in a 5-gallon tank. Koi fish, by the way, are pond fish. They grow huge. This one lady would buy a crap ton of cat cans, like of food. And what I've learned from cat owners is cats are picky. It's better to give them a variety of different cat canned food because they'll want a different thing every day. But she would just get the same flavor every time. So she'd buy like 18 boxes. The cat would eat 1 can and then the next day not eat it. And then she'd just return all of the cans. And this was a process that she repeated constantly. And returning all of those cans was very annoying. They are sussing me, so the first thing I shall tell them is that I am innocent and they will believe me. So at the pet store I worked at, we had a room where we would put the new arrivals, like the animals that just came in, and there'd be like a quarantine period before they could go out onto the floor. And I have a story about some guinea pigs. And if you don't know, I am a huge guinea pig enthusiast. And I didn't work for quite a few days, and I came in and I had a pet care shift, and I go in to feed them and everything. And then I find out that the reason why they're acting weird is because their water bottle was stuck. These 3 guinea pigs were so thirsty, they were attacking each other for water when I fixed their water bottle. So I had to get a bowl, put water in it, and then 2 of the guinea pigs would drink the water, and then the 3rd, for some reason, refused to drink from a bowl. So I had to be like, okay. So I had to be like, I'm gonna hand water you from this water bottle. And I was in that room for over 30 minutes. I remember texting my group chat, being like, yeah, you know, just saving lives. Ooh. There was another time that 2 managers told me that a frog was missing, one of the frogs we sell. And I was like, that's not possible. Like, that, trust me, it's physically not possible for that frog to escape. So they wanted me to clean out the tank so we could put in a new frog. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm not just gonna dump out the dirt because I bet this frog is in here dead or something, because there's no way it could have escaped. So 2 managers and 1 other worker looked for this frog and couldn't find it, and I found it within 20 seconds. The frog was severely dehydrated because it didn't shed correctly, so one of my managers had to physically shed the frog, which, like, that manager was my personal favorite manager. But I remember telling that story to people because I was just in shock about how managers and people who have been working there longer than me couldn't save this frog, like couldn't find it, you know? And for the record, no hate to anybody I worked with. I loved that job and I actually loved all of my coworkers. It's just pet stores are horrifying. Oh my gosh, there's 2 blue. I was wondering what he was doing. How funny would it be if I could convince them we should vote green? They accused me. If you're in high school and you're looking for a part-time job, I do highly recommend like a pet store, just because like if you're an animal enthusiast, hopefully you can do good, because those conditions honestly do kind of suck. And everyone I worked with was actually a really good person. It's just because it's a pet store, there's always things that just don't work out, and it's just depressing.
Inosuke! 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 Inosuke!
イモスケ、イモスケ、
親分Inosuke!
親分イモスケ。
Inosuke! 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 Inosuke!
What is this?
I did play 3 Hopes. Look, I found footage on my Nintendo Switch. I did play it. I just completely forgot the entire game.